down. Um, this process of doing the pre-shows is ever evolving, especially with the co-hosts now, with people who are going to be helping us maximize the amount of people who are coming through our network and potentially get on the main stage. There's dynamics that are changing that we as a brand should account for the sake of improving the experience for the guests. And so there's a number of elements that have changed that I hope that you're excited about. Number one, because we're getting more notoriety and our podcast is far more established, people are more excited to be involved in the show to begin with. So the pre-show experience is now one where we want to be extremely warm and welcome, and we also want to make room for others' agendas, which means we can also set it up to where we have more than one pre-show. Most of my pre-shows over the past 2 weeks have been situations where we had such a dynamic, fun relationship that took a little bit more time. We only got a few of the behind the scenes cuts recorded, and then we have all these other cuts that we want to get. And so we're basically saying, you know what, this pre-show process is actually just it's a smokescreen podcast, if you will. Like, we're actually diving in, recording behind the scenes, and all the questions that I ask you are going to be podcast episodes in and of themselves. Two, we believe in the power of distribution, and mainstream media gets that right, whereas podcasts kind of ruin that. They kind of forget the importance of, not just going live with one or two people, but distributing the content to a wider and wider audience in order to reach more and more qualified target audience members. And so people are getting excited about that and seeing, wow, like, this is different how things are done. So we're going to record what we can, and we'll at the end we will probably make time to do another one of these pre-shows so that we capture all of your leadership essence in preparation to help our audience understand the value of you being on the show as well. Does that make sense? People seem to really agree with that and love it. So, without further ado, we'll dive into the questions. But that's after an assumed dialogue with the individual where they came in almost with their own agenda. I just got off with Joe Frankie, and Joe Frankie wanted to talk to me about the ROTC and the young men that he's helping with that. And I was like, well, let me get you connected to John Whaley, because he's in Houston and John's in Houston. Showed him John. He's like, wow, that would be amazing. I'm like, and let me get you connected with Dave Morrow, the Hard to Kill podcast, who's excited to network more and more with people relevant to that field. That puts him in a perfect connection with John Frankie III. In addition to that, he's like, I'm from the Valley and I speak Spanish. And he's like, you should really connect with Jesus so-and-so. Let me get you guys connected for the Oportunidades podcast. So we ended up spending about 10 minutes getting to know each other as Texans, getting to know each other based on our military and leadership backgrounds, enjoying the fact that he's like, 60 or 70 years old, and he's involved in podcasting after decades of wisdom built up through more traditional means of influence. And he was on LinkedIn in the very beginning. LinkedIn actually built a slideshow for him to help him get more military people involved on LinkedIn. So there's just a lot of richness in the story and in the background and our overlap. His son owns a home in Hutto. That's the first place I bought a home. And those types of connections, like, he's ready to come back again and again and, continue to enjoy this process. Now, we, as a team, when we have repeat guests, we need to be coordinating as well on what experience has this person had already. And that will help us, make sure that we're not wasting anybody's time. We're not confused about how we're receiving them. We're not confused about how to hand them off properly. Joe Frankie's episode, you'll notice as well. I mean, I've got Zoom open in the background. I've got Loom going right now, and I've got this video file processing. So my internet's not doing so hot today, though. What we've done is when I'm recording, I'm clicking a button I've been ignoring for a while about recording the files locally. What that's going to do is it's going to improve the quality of the recordings as well on both ends. But the guests may need to go visit the StreamYard.com/upload. If they don't do it, their video or recording will not be produced, and we need them to make sure to finish their upload processes. So I'm also exploring, all right, how do we make sure that we don't forget to make that happen in the event that and make sure that people receive that information without being overwhelmed? Well, the process is just slowing down the entire experience. Let's not put so much emphasis on the live show. Let's put the emphasis on the value that we're able to drive each time we're meeting with one of these people. And that's really what it's been all about from the get-go. So I wanted to add this to our training workflow because, again, whether they're coming to the JW Marriott or not, right, for the sake of being a guest there, or for the sake of the golf tournament, or for the sake of using the pool, or for the sake of the fine dining, or for the sake of just being there with their spouse, there's a lot of reasons people might be showing up. The same is true of this experience being on our podcast, and they might be coming under different pretenses. They might be coming under different types of qualities of referrals. Be prepared and centered to serve them and meet them with what's going to be the best experience for them. And you will have an excellent experience and time connecting with them. And they will want to connect with you again and again based on that experience. And that's what we want. We want them to know that they belong in this network of amazing individuals who works hard to serve people to the best of our ability. And I will see all of you on the other side.